Okay, so just done a WhatsApp chat with Dean. He's out running. So I'm going to get him in because I was trying to screen record it. I don't actually know if it was screen recorded. So I'm going to try and do an interview now and get him in, hopefully. Sent him the link. Hopefully he's going to come in. I've just done a really good interview with him while he was out running, but I fear it hasn't come out. It won't have come out because of the screenshot. But hopefully he's going to pop in. Here we go. Right, Dave. So I thought I'd put you on here, so I'll guarantee it's coming out then, and people can watch it, mate.
Right, well, yeah, that means everyone's just missed the big runs and the sprints and that. What we was going there for about 30 minutes, weren't we?
Yeah, but, mate. Hopefully the sounds come out, mate. But I'm going to put them up anyway. But I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, so just talk about obviously the 12-foot ring and stuff like that. It's suited to him. Is it suited to that? I mean, look, the way, you know, I've been in a ring nearly pretty much all my life. So, I mean, the ring that I train at the moment with a 12-foot. I mean, I put a little clip up the other day with Robin Reed. We were just doing a bit of touch body sparring, Dan. I mean, Robin's obviously 51, so, you know, he only does a bit of body sparring. But that was after an hard session. You wanted to see the fucking hate that come through, mate. I thought, you ain't got a clue. He was only having a little mess about with Robin. He likes to move around, and, you know, obviously there's possibility. We're trying to secure, we're in talks at the minute with one of Robin's old demons to try and do an exhibition fight. So we're working a lot with Robin as well as him working with me. So if he asks me to get in and do a bit of body sparring, I will do. But you've just got a clip of me sparring, Dan, on your WhatsApp, and I don't send out no footage till after the fight. Have you seen it yet, mate?
I've just seen it there, yeah. Yeah, no worries.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, mate, looking good, isn't it?
The tenacity's there, but like I said, mate, I'll send you all the footage and all the sparring sessions and so forth. I've got a big sparring session today, and I'm going to go on a big walk tomorrow. But what I've done is, Dan, like I said, when I said tick all the right boxes, my running's been to a minimum. I've been doing a lot more swimming this time round, and I say that's pretty much it. Actually, I'm just going to finish off now. We've probably got about an hour now. We'll do about an hour walking, and then we'll just keep it moving. But like I said, the emotions, everything after this fight, feel a big weight off my shoulders. I don't feel like there's a weight on my shoulders, Dan, because I say there's a weight on his shoulders because of the way I've nonced him off and I've done what I've done to him. But shit talking's been done now. That's why you've not seen me say out to him, leave him now. Let him prep himself up. Do you know what I mean? Let him prep himself up, and both men, I believe, the best man will win on the day. You know, I don't want no biased refereeing, no biased. You know, forget the allegations. He is what he is and can't prove himself. Forget all that. Let's make the fight as fair as it can be. That way, there's no excuses from both sides. And it's going back to what I was saying before. I've heard comments. I've left it too late. I'm still fat. I'm still this. Let me say something to all these uneducated fucking pricks that are listening. I've had to keep weight on me. I've always carried water in my face. I've had to keep weight on me for the man I'm fighting, because he's a lot bigger than me. But I've had to keep a weight on me that I can carry and be comfortable at for the start. The second thing is, 6 weeks is enough for any man to get fit for a fight. I didn't have to drop 2 stone and 3 stone, so I don't need an 8-week or 10-week camp for this. 6 weeks is enough for any man, and that's what I've done, a 6-week camp. So the talks about I've left it too late, have I done this, have I done that, it's all load of fucking bollocks. You know what I mean? So certain things in the gym I can do, certain things I can't do because I didn't want to risk getting injured. Obviously, risk of getting a shoulder injury, a tennis elbow. Remember, I'm at work every day putting scaffolding up and fucking roofing, so you know what I mean, Dan? You know the score, lad. You're out every day yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, it's
Hey mate, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate. Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, obviously, I was just about to bring that up, Dave. Obviously, we were talking for about 45 minutes before this interview. I've been talking to you from about 6 in the morning. Are you up this time every day before work doing running?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like, and just in case earlier it
Yeah,
don't
I'm out
come
the door
out.
at 5 o'clock every morning here. 5.
I
Yeah.
asked you earlier, didn't I? Just in case it don't
Go on,
come out,
mate.
how important cardio is for this fight.
Oh, cardio's key. The fitness for this fight is key because, like you're saying, it's the battleground's 12 by 12. I train a 12 by 12, a sparring a 12 by 12. Battle it's key because you got to remember, I've got a man that's just going to keep coming. No matter how hard I hit him, he'll keep coming. His game plan. He's only got one thing to do. He's going to be one-dimensional. His game plan is to walk me down, do a demolition job, big ups, pin me on the ropes, and fucking go to work on me. That's his game plan. So I've got to be as good on the back foot as the front foot. I've got to make sure pivoting time, my turns are accurate. You know what I mean? I've got to make sure my defence is 10 to a dozen. I've got to make sure if I take a shot, I can ride the shot proper. You know, I can get the back end of the shot. You know, I've got to make sure my timing's right. But I've also got to make sure, in all of that, I've got to make sure I'm in the right, I've got the right range and the right distance to fire my shots as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to get greedy with him. I'm not going to get greedy with him at all. No chance. No. I'm not going to get greedy with him. You know what I mean? When I need to move, I'm going to move. When I need to throw, I'm going to throw. When I need to turn, I'm going to turn. I'm going to do everything, try and do everything the right way. You know, when I'm on the inside, I'm going to mix it on him, mix it with him, and start going to war. No, I'm going to disable him, tie him up, push him off, press my shoulder on him, and just turn him back, relax, and just keep calm with him. I'm not going to try. It's all right, been saying it, but they're the things that I know I need to do. Do you know what I mean? I've got to be the best version of me for the short space of time, and I believe that I'll get the victory. Do you know what I mean? But what you got to remember is as well, as a bare knuckle boxer, he's used to fighters throwing punches, haymakers, and stuff like that, and bigger people, and you know his movement now. And I'll always say this, Dan. We've had this conversation a while ago as well. And for those who've just tuned in, I've just done a 7-mile run and sprint, and I'm just walking back home now. So for everyone that's thinking I'm just out walking in the sunshine with my sweats on. But and I'll always say this, and this was one of our first conversations, Dan, one of the first interviews. And what I said to you was, do you remember me turning around and saying to you, no matter what skills you're born with, is the stuff that you're always going to be able to do naturally.
Yeah.
Anything you can't do naturally, you can always do it in a fight, but only for so long, because your body's mechanics will always go to naturally to what your body always naturally does best. So Decca's probably been working on a bit of head movement, sparring with a few people that's got a good jab and stuff like that. Not a problem at all. But there's only so long that head movement's going to last for with Decca. You're always going to resort back to the same old Decca. And it's like, for example, myself, you know, Robin's got some good lads come down, and Dale, to be fair. I mean, some fucking really good lads, mate. I've got a lad today, 70.5 stone. And it's not nice when you've got 70.5 stone good men trying to take your head off. Do you know what I mean? It's not nice at all.
No.
Those followers are seeing me shown papers. Decca's shown no paperwork. He said he's coming with that acro certificate. That acro certificate that is shown online. Paperwork's not an issue till after the fight, and they know what they're looking for, because they've got, apparently there's one of the paedophile hunters going down there to clarify some paperwork 2 days before or whatever day before. I'm not listening. Keep the paperwork out of it anyway. I'm not interested in all that fight. Paperwork.
Yes,
say that comment down there, mate. I'm not interested in the paperwork, mate. Let's get the fight on. What'll be afterwards. He's got to answer his questions afterwards for the paperwork. Fucking bollocks. It's not to do me that. Fuck that. But anyway, sorry, Dan.
No, that's all right.
Keep them negative comments on. If it's about the fight,
yeah,
put them up. But paperwork,
read
I've
it,
got away all that, mate. But yeah, I was saying, mate.
There's one for you, Dane, on the screen.
Good luck.
Oh God.
I reckon you'll get chinned. Hey, mate.
Sorry, mate. I only read the beginning bit.
Listen. Tell him to make sure he tunes in on the pay-per-view, though, because it's definitely no free live stream. And tell him, as long as he's watching, he becomes a fan, and he's going to support the charities that I give the money to. So thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Right, listen, so what I was going to say, Dan, you're always going to resort back to the same old. It's like when I'm sparring now, and Robin comes in with these guys, and Dale, they get good sparring. When I start fatiguing, I'll start going back to the old Dean. You know what I mean? Which I believe the old Dean still beats Decca if I'm on fire. you know, the head movement, the feints, the pivots, the turns. And I'll always go back. Yes, Dean Scousers are behind you. Respect Willie, mate. Lee, sorry. Respect, brother. I got a lot of good friends in Liverpool as well, lad. A lot of good mates, man. You know what I mean? Always had love over there, bro. Respect, man. Yes, good luck, fella. Smash him up. Nice one, Andy. But yeah, so, and I believe that after a while, I think Decca will be good with his head movement, his slipping, his moving. But what you got to remember, Dan, if I'm not throwing shots, he's going to be moving his head a bit too much, which you know, I'm not going to get into the game plan too much, but, you know, I've got a plan together and hopefully we'll execute. So the point what I'm getting at, I don't see a different Decca from the Danny Christie fight coming to fight me. I see a different Decca for the first 3 or 4 minutes of the fight, to be honest. Nice one, D. Respect, man. Respect, me. Yeah. Is it a lady or a guy? Yeah. Thanks, Steve, for that. Ash, morning, brother.
Morning, Ash. Morning.
And yeah, Dan, that's pretty much. I'd say that's pretty much it. But there's nothing more we can say on the matter tonight. It's going to be explosive. There's going to be a lot of blood. There's going to be a lot of claret going all over the place. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. It's just going to be the last man standing. So, and like I said, you know, I just want to say one thing, and I'll say it openly. We all know what Decca is. The paperwork's a load of shit what he's got. It is a load of shit. But put the paperwork to one side, and I know everyone's supporting me. We know he's a nonce, but as a fighting man, give him the respect as a fighting man just on the day of the fight. After the fight, we know he's a nonce. Before the fight, we know he's a nonce. But in there, we've got to give him respect. And surely his fans will be giving me that same respect, because to turn up there and fight, it's not easy for a nonce or not. Do you know what I mean? Well, you think you can win it? It'll be a good fight. Good luck. Thanks, Mark, mate. Appreciate that, brother. Dan.
Yeah.
You know, anytime, mate. I'd love to do it itself. Yeah, man. Respect, man. But yeah, Dan, I was saying, so you've got to give the man his due. He's still turning up to fight, knowing what he is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things, but like you're saying, he's used to a lot of bare knuckle fighters coming at him now. Danny, DC. Obviously, good boxing background. The DC boxed him, and you seen how Decca struggled in that 12-foot ring.
Definitely.
I'm not saying
smaller fighters as well.
But what you got to remember is I'm not a DC kind of fighter. I've got my own style. So I'm just saying, I think that the two styles in there might gel. Because you got to remember, Decca's only the same height as me in actual height. He's not bigger than me. He's just a lot heavier and a lot wider. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's actually the same height as me. So obviously, for me pinging out that jab there, boom, he's going to be there and pop, pop, pop. But
just quickly, one thing, mate. When I first met you, obviously before 3D, you wasn't an active fighter, mate.
No,
you're now an active fighter. How's it changed your life? Are you glad to be back fighting again? Has it made your life better, training and all that stuff?
Do you know what it is? It's the crack that I had going back in the gym with the lads, because obviously, basically, when I was active, I was down at the Champs Camp Moss side, and obviously the crack in there. So I used to be in there every afternoon, ready to turn over into the program when I was younger. Obviously, I never ended up going pro because I didn't go in jail, but I missed that kind of vibe that we used to have, and getting up in the morning doing the runs with the boys and stuff. And then obviously my mate Dale, he's known me all my life, and Robin. When I went and seen them about this fight, like I said, Robin phoned me and said, yeah, Dean, take it. Dale said, Dean, you'll have this. We've got this. I said, right, no worries. And I've got that buzz back again. I mean, it's a bit different now. I'm older, so a couple of lads in there are a bit younger. Not all of them, but it's the crack in there. And, I've got that bug back. And, a lot of people like, things like sparring today, I just love having that vibe back. It's like, I've noticed I'm a bit happier when I'm at work as well, you know what I mean? But it's affecting my life in certain ways where I'm up out now at 5 in the morning. So, I mean, getting up in the morning, my missus used to obviously she gets up for work, and she used to make me a coffee in the morning, and we'd have a little bit of a chat and that, and we don't really get that now. And then, obviously, I'm getting back at the night time. I'm fucking tired. She wants to sit down, and we'll sit down and put a Netflix on or something. Next minute, I'm asleep, and just, it's the small things that are being missed at the minute, but they're the sacrifices you got to make, because like there's a true saying, you can't, if you want to be a winner, you can't moan about it. Do you know what I mean? You've got to make these sacrifices. I mean, it's different. I don't know how the other guy lives. I mean, but that's how I live. So I've had to make certain sacrifices where things I used to do after work with the missus and my daughters and stuff at the moment, I don't really do, because I go out for my morning, my nighttime run as well after the gym, or I'm in the gym having a sauna and a swim and stuff like that. But it's affected my life in them ways. But on the forefront, mate, you know, I'm back in the mix hopefully. And like I said, I'm 38 now, nearly 39. I'm 39 2 weeks after the fight. Providing the fight goes well afterwards. And when I say goes well, I mean afterwards, down to injuries and stuff like that. You know, if my injuries heal quite good, because your body don't repair the same as you do in your younger days, as you know. If my injuries are all right, man, I'm going to jump on the bare knuckle scene for a bit. I believe I'll probably go till about, I've said if I did do it, it'd be about 42, 43. The missus weren't happy about it. She said she didn't want me to fucking, but it is what it is. When you're back in the mix, you know yourself, Dan. Like when you got in touch with me about the 3D Fight Club, you'd not been a journalist for a few years. And as soon as you put yourself back in the mix, as soon as you put, sorry, Billy. Oh, thanks, Billy, mate. Appreciate that, brother. Sorry, I just seen that, guys. The comments, I've not been ignoring them, I've only just seen it. But like I said, Dan, it's like when you got back into being a journalist and doing your channel again. You got that buzz back, didn't you? Do you know what I mean? But it's all right saying you got the buzz back. It's how you feel in there. Put it this way, Danny Christie wasn't too popular until he stuck it to Savile. Yeah, don't worry, Andy. I'm not doing it for popularity. I think I've got more popular before the fight. But no, you're right there, mate. But it's all right. Been well saying that. I felt good sparring, Dan, and that would have been the first. That's where alarm bells would have been ringing for me, I think. You know, if my sparring sessions weren't going that great. I'm not saying the sparring, I get it one-sided because I've sent you a bit of sparring. It's nice. Nice one, Ash. Respect, brother, man. Really want to see Dean win, but there's no chance I'll be paying to watch it. Someone will stream hopefully. Yeah. You do whatever you got to do, Jimmy. Listen, look. I get people's views on that, but I just want to say openly, you know, and there's a lot of shit going around about the 3D Fight Club. Fighters got ripped off and stuff like that. Fighters got paid what they said they could do, and some fighters are still owed. There's about 3 fighters that are still owed. I just want to kind of clear that. It was out of all of our hands on 3D Fight Club. Now, one thing that I'm going to say is that I take no financial gain from this fight whatsoever. I've told you that from the get-go, Dan. I'm a working man. I do all right for myself. I've got my fingers in a few other pies, and you know I can. Yeah, good luck, mate. Thanks for that. Sorry, bud. I just read it. Sorry, good luck. And I believe that I've got my fingers in a few other pies. So if this fight is, for me, it's not about financial gain at all. Now, after this fight, if I go into the bare knuckle scene, then I'm going to market myself the best way possible because I can be a loudmouth at times. And, you know, that's where I want to make a few quid. You know what I mean? Try and get myself out there and pump myself out there and start calling it. But this fight, for me, it's not about financial gain for this fight. It's just about, you know, going in there and getting the job done, I suppose. And like you're saying, you know, it says a lot down. We've got the likes of, cheers, Tim Panali, man. Those people saying you're going to Oxford to watch how many. Oh, the only people that are going, really, there's only an handful. I've got the cameraman, Dan's coming down fighting Talk UK. He's been invited off Willa. I've got Robin Dale, head coach, my fair play man, and I think my dad might be coming down as well. Obviously, he was the man that made me, so he wants to see what his sperm donors can do, can't he? I suppose. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But it says a lot.
They can stop listening to all the rumours that motorsports is going and all these different people.
Yeah, that's just you know. I mean, look, Decca done a video saying you can all come. There's a man there for every single one of you. So now I think on the back of that, I think people have decided that they want to come now because he said that. I'm not interested in any of that, mate. And you know, I just want to say, hopefully, he's not produced the correct paperwork. The paperwork's irrelevant to me. It's irrelevant before the fight. The paperwork after the fight has been agreed from both parties, my side, this side. But let's just get the fight on what everyone wants to see. Put all that to one side, forget all that, and let's just keep it to the fight. But like I was saying, Dan, I wouldn't have. Yeah, no worry, Andy, mate. But yeah, Dan, like I was saying, it says a lot when you've got the likes of Robin, you know, people like that who know me. And I've said to me, Dean, you've got this, you know, this stuff we've got to work on. But remember, they're only telling me I've got this fight if, and there's a big if I do what they're telling me to do. And that's what I believe would prevail. Do you know what I mean? Single shots, long shots, boom. You know what I mean? Just holding that distance, timing that distance, and popping away. And like I said, 6 weeks has been more than enough time. 6 weeks is enough time for any fighter. You'll never leave it too late if you train. If you do the right stuff within the 6 weeks. It wouldn't have been enough time if I had to cut 2 stone in weight, or 3 stone in weight.
No. Dean, one thing I want to point out as well is, which I don't know, I feel it's a bit of an advantage. Now, obviously, no disrespect to Decca Heggie, but he doesn't work, yeah? So he can train all day if he wants to.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'll give you my routine, Dan, yeah? I'll give you my routine as a Monday to Saturday. Monday morning, I'll go and do a big run in the morning. Then I'll get in the gym in the afternoon, and we'll do pads, bags, spar, sprints. Yes, yeah, right, pal. All right, I'm just doing some. I'm on a live interview, but I've just done some sprints. So, how you doing, man? You all right? Yeah. Sound good. Yeah, sound. Yeah, I'm just finishing off. Got some sparring to do now, and a week Saturday today, isn't it? You tuning in, yeah? I'm on up the road, aren't I? So.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. So I've just done the sprints, my runs. I'm just gonna do a walk now, and I don't. Yeah, it is. Yeah. All right. Yeah, sound. You want to say hello?
What are you doing?
This is my boss, by the way. This is my boss, by the way.
We've got a Lynch Ward fan. How cool is that, eh?
Yeah, I know, yeah. Listen, guys, I've got to shoot off. See you in a bit, mate. See you in a bit, mate.
Yes, dude.
Stay there. Can you hear us, Dan?
Yeah, mate.
Hey, that's my gaff for that. That's the gaff for that, mate, out on his bike, on his strolls. But yeah, I'll give you an insight into my training, to be honest, right? So, on Monday, every morning I'm up and out the door at 5. I do my run at 5. Then I'll go work. I'm scaffolding and roofing all day. So I'm physically quite active anyway. And then what I'll do is I'll finish work at 4. I'll get in the gym for 4:30. I'm there till about 6. Pads, circuits, bags, you name it, whatever comes, whatever I get thrown at me, I've got to do. There's no two ways about it. Tuesday morning, I'm in the gym in the morning. 10 rounds I'll do on a Tuesday, and Thursday morning on the bags. Then I'll go back at the night time, pads. Wednesday morning, we'll go on a big run. I'll go straight to it. I'll come back at the night time, pads, sparring. Friday, we'll take a day off on a Friday. And then what we'll do is we'll do a big session Saturday morning. So I'll do this big run that I've just done now on a Saturday morning. And sprints. By the way, I do sprints as well, on a Monday. On Monday and a Wednesday. Also, we'll do sprints Saturday morning. And then what I'll do is, and then obviously I'll get back in the gym now for 10:30. And then that'll be sparring. And that's sparring session then. And then on Sunday, I just go out and I stroll with the missus and probably get like a little bite to eat. And I'll go for a little sauna steam. And that's the routine at the moment. That's the way we've set it out for this. Because we've had to set a routine out that suits me with my work as well. Because you've got to remember, Dan, I'm scaffolding as well. So in terms of doing strength, I mean, listen, a 21 foot long tube's what, 6-7 kilograms, 6-7 kg, 6 kg, 7 kg. I'm lifting fucking what? I'm probably lifting at least sometimes 100, 200, 300, 400 of them a day some days. Do you know what I mean? Depending what job we're on. So the version of Dean is a better one. Oh, cheers, Ali. Simple Ali, cheers, man. But like I said, Dan, I've had to kind of at the same time as well. I've been had to kind of get that fine line as well because I've had to put a weight on me that I'm not used to carrying. Does that make sense?
Yeah, mate, so definitely.
I've had to hold weight, and then a friend of mine from the Champs camp been watching a bit of training because obviously I've sent you a bit of sparring stuff over, Dan, as you've got it there, but I said we're not putting it up till later. But I mean, there's a few people in now there, so just for the question, Dan, because people are going to be wondering about the sparring. How do you feel the sparring's going after what you've seen?
Yeah, good as well. And I've got a video of him doing a bit of shadow boxing as well. And I know people going, there's no one to it when he's shadow boxing. But for fuck's sake, no. When Tyson Fury shadow boxes, no one goes, he ain't, or a punch is a punch bag. No one goes,
yes,
punch bag, don't it back.
Respect Tyan Booth. Yeah, Tyan Booth, man's in the house. Yeah, safe Tyan Booth. Man, listen, I'm going to get you on Instagram as well, man. It'd be good to have a little link up in a boxing talk at some point. But you know, to be fair, I mean, so like I said, I've done obviously I've sent you over some sparring stuff and like that. And like you say, man, it's you know, you can't. There's nothing more I can do. But one thing I'm going to openly say: bags don't hit back, right? You hit bags, and obviously you hit the bags. And the issue you got when you hit bags is I work the heavy bag for obviously fitness and getting them heart and lungs going. Pads is for your timing work, you know, when you work on certain things with the pads and stuff like that. But it's very rare. You probably get. Even people in chat 5 like sure can do better. Yeah. What you tend to find, Dan, is you probably take about 30-40% of your pad work into the actual fight. Do you know what I mean? When it actually comes to fight time. Can't see this happening now. What's motorsports buggy? Oh, does they go? Yeah, leave them negative comments off. It's a fucking fight, man, and they're all just negative, man. Forget
Yeah,
what people are saying. It's a fight. Just get rid of
all
that,
right.
mate. Just to keep the fighters on there, man. It's a fight now. Like you're saying,
Yeah.
I pulled a few strings to mess with his head. That's all it is, The fight's here now, so we'll just keep it fight. So,
Yeah,
but,
I can speak for me and Dean. None of us are interested in motorsports and buggies or any
yeah,
of them people.
let them do what they're doing, But you got to remember, is
Yeah.
that's a game. They're playing them games with Decca because they've got their own agendas with Decca. Do you know what I mean? So, but like you
This
say,
is a fight channel.
this is a fight. Now, what you got to remember is when the fight got announced at Oxford. Decca went to Oxford to get the fight announced, and then people have still got the cheek to turn around and say the fight's not happening. You spoke to the Oxford boys yourself, especially Willa. That's why you go to Oxford, because in a bare knuckle fight, you'll always, when you go through them gates on that site, you'll always get the best of fair play. You know that, Dan.
Yeah.
You
I
spoke with
think
the boys,
most people with a good brain have messaged me and said the Joyces will give the best fair play, the better fair play than anyone would to Decca, considering the circumstances.
100%, and that's what, don't get me wrong, Willie phoned me and said to me, Dean, he said, look, we're going to fair play him, he said, and I said to Willie, he said, look, Willie said, Dean, it'll be nothing biased, it'll be the best of fair play, and I said, and that's what I want, because I didn't want to go in a fight and then I get the better of fair play because of him being a nonce, and then the fight becomes, and I win the fight and then it becomes a biased fight. I'm not there for that. I'm there for the best man to win and made the best man win on a day. And if I fell short, I got beat to the better man. Yeah, his woman views change. I know he's still a fucking dirty rapist, nonsense cunt, but I got beat off the better man on that day in that fight, and that's that, and that's sportsmanship. You know what I mean? So, and surely Decca's going to be saying the same. Do you know what I mean? Well, he will be saying the same. That's a fact. But like you're saying, they've chose a space now. If you look at, I don't know, because Big Paul normally does he's one of the Oxford Joyces, and he does all the fair play fights, which you've probably seen him. Big Paul has been boxing for years. If you remember, Big Paul was boxing for years. He used to actually train, go sparring Michael Sprott and them boys years ago, Big Paul, with a guy called Matt Legg. I don't know if you know Matt Legg.
Yep.
Dan. Yeah. Fighting talk now, trolls need to do one. This is a man's world. That's respect, Lee, man. He's right. The trolls need to go now. It's a fight world now. No matter what you're going to do, you're going to get your trolls and you're going to get your inputs and you're going to get this and you're going to get that. But you know what? Let's just get the fight on, man. It's been anticipated for both sides, and there's never been one doubt in my head on that I've wanted to pull the fight or not make the fight happen. I just wanted to destroy him because I've got that much hate and that much spite inside me for the man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
Regardless of what's being said and done, both guys value their fighting name, reputation. People who haven't watched in no shoes shouldn't judge. You know what? That's a true statement, that, Andy. And you know what else? I just want to give a bit of a shout out to as well at the same time. Hello. Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
A shout out to Andy as well there, because I've seen a good few of his comments over time. And I want to give a shout out to Boxing Inquiry, because some of his stuff I've agreed with, but some of it I haven't. But he's given honest opinion instead of a biased opinion. Let's get ready. Yes, Tony, man. Tony in the house. Tony me, man. I hope you're training as well, brother. But yeah, Dan. I was 1 second, mate. And I was saying there, Boxing Inquiries give his opinion sometimes there, and like I said, if he wanted to contact me at any time for any questions, he could have done via the Instagram, because I'm quite open to certain things. But yeah, and I respect a lot of people that's put, is it pay-per-view? Yeah, it's sorted now, Ali. Pay-per-view sorted, man. So, but like you're saying, I just want to make it clear again, I take no financial gain from this, and this whatever we make, I don't think we'll make a lot of money because we're not charging an arm and leg for it. But it's just to go back into certain charities and stuff like that. What I was calling for and stuff like that. Yeah, no worries, Andy, man. Paul Joyce is the best fair play man out there. He's fair played a lot of fights now. I don't know if it'll be Paul who'll be fair playing on the day, but he's still, that's his. All right, Dean. Hope you're good, bro. I am, mate. But yeah, Paul Joyce will be one of the Oxford lot, to be fair, they're the fair play guys amongst the traveller world. Now, what will happen is, to be fair, this might open up a few doors for them to get involved with the Gorgie boys as well, and help them settle their disputes this way as well. I will, Dean, prepare on the morning of the fight. The morning of the fight, mate, I'll just be stretching off, just nice and relaxed, and just do a few light pads and that, warming up. Nothing major, mate. I'll be down there with Dale. Dale have me on the pads, and we'll just be working on the stuff that we've been working on in the gym, and yeah, things should go quite well, to be honest. I won't do anything too heavy in the morning, but you've got to remember as well, it's a nice warm day, so I think we're going to be trying to get the fight in about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'll just probably get up, eat a bit of fruit, a couple of apples, and I'll be all right. I'll just eat light on that morning. And no doubt I'll be having a good few pints afterwards anyway in Oxford. Dan, you'll be there with us having a few pints after claiming the victory, won't you?
Don't you start trying to arrange fights for me, Dean. Against Boxing Inquirer.
Nah, but do you know what I want to do as well, mate? A lot of the after me and the Decca situation, a lot of fights have got serious, and it was good to see the likes of Danny Christie getting a contract with the BKFC, you know, to take him away from the animosity and the bullshit that goes on these back and forths on the YouTube. It's been vile. It's been vile for me. Some of the things I've done I've not agreed with, but I've done it to destroy a man for what he is. But you know, it's been vile and there's a lot of violence. It was good to see that. So what I was going to do is after this fight, to put something positive in there, Dan, I'm going to set up an event. It'd probably have to be in Manchester though, depending on the venue. And it's going to be like an exhibition event. So it could be the likes of you and Boxing Inquiry, but there's no spite in it. It's just all for charity, you know, all for views, and you know, put big gloves on and just it's just for the crack, you know what I mean, and get a few people doing it, because obviously the bare knuckle stuff's taking over now, but it's a bit serious, you know. Do you know what I mean? I'm on about for like that'd be, you know, that fight would do some decent numbers for charity, and it, you know, the exposure and the build up would be great. You and Boxing Inquiry as a start, or
He's already trying to match me, haven't you?
no, I don't mean. I'm just using him. I'm using Boxing Inquiry as an example, say. Do you know what I mean? Or even like little Willie Oxford, or you could be anyone, and just get a few of them going and just take away all the spite, because a lot of spite, a lot of animosity, and there's a lot of bad blood going around the YouTube at the minute. And sometimes when you're looking at it, it's getting too much where you're thinking, fuck me, if I'm not at it, someone else is at it, someone else is at it. So I've switched off and started watching all the diving content now, and people going spearfishing and deep sea diving with sharks and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. Now the question is, oh yeah, not respect for that, Adam, mate. Respect for that, mate. Now, like I said,
Dave, we've got Willie in the house. Willie Joyce is in the house.
Yes, Willie, man. How's things, man? People saying, "Dean, not turning up." Gonna be happy to come. Yeah, 100%. Willie knows. Listen, we was always turning up, man. And what you got to remember is there was a lot of. Yes, Willie, man. Good morning, anyway, brother. But what you got to remember, Dan, is in the morning time. I mean, behind the scenes, obviously, before obviously the fair play man was announced with Willie and Joe and stuff. Judgments have a yes, a fair fight. Yeah, positive. They say yes, a fair fight. Made the best man win. Yeah, respect, brother. And I was saying there, you know, there was still talks behind the scenes, so we knew the fight was definitely going to be going ahead. And what you got to remember is you can't. If the way I put myself all over the social media platform for this and calling for it and calling him names and outing him and everything else, because I had that much spite and I was destroying him mentally. Now, don't get me wrong when I'm saying it, I'm nowhere near and never will be someone like a Tyson Fury, but when he done it, it was all right. As soon as I started doing it, I got fucking slated for it. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, like I said, I give everything his way, which you can clearly see now, Dan. As Willie come on last night, he's in a 12-foot ring. His choice of location is fair play, man. Do you know what I mean? So, I think to be fair, a bit of respect's due for both parties for the fight. Not for him being a nonce, nothing like that, because it doesn't change my views before the fight, how I feel, and after the fight. I'm not shaking his hand if I get beat. If I win, there's no handshake. I'll never shake his hand because of what he is and for what I'm standing for. Not a fucking chance. But give both men the respect when they're both in there, and you know it's going to be a screamer. So Dan, what's going to be your preparations for the fight? Are you going down the day before? Are you going down on the day, or what are you doing?
I'm coming up on the morning, bud.
Right, so you're going to be driving up on the Saturday morning?
Yes, mate. I'll have a pal with me. Just one pal with me, bud.
Yeah, it's not too far for you anyway, is it?
It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I went to one of the first B-Bads was in Oxford, funnily enough.
Was it, yeah? Yeah, fighting pensioners. Respect, man.
So, yeah, mate, it's not too far. So, 100%, mate. What time? Do you know what time it is yet, or is it not confirmed?
It's not confirmed, but we'll be staying down there, so it depends what time. I don't know if your man's staying down there. It'd be easier if he got down the day before, the same as myself. I'd say
100%.
I said that'd be the best bet, and then obviously I mean, listen, the site's massive anyway, so we're not going to be in each other's face. We're not going to see each other until it comes to fight time. And I'd say, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think that the fight, I just want to say as well, I'm hoping we're going to call anyone out after you bust up Decca. Cat Weasel. No, I've got no reason to call no one out. And I'll just give you a bit of a rundown. I know you've probably been following it, but my presence on YouTube for call-outs and that is pretty much done because I've got no spite or animosity with anyone. The fact is, the reason I got to this fight is because of what he is. He was in my company, and being a father and stuff I stand for, that's what got to this fight. I've got no interest. Dean, don't let me down, lad. Bang the bacon out, nice one. Listen, man, I'm firing all cylinders, guys. Listen, like I said, you know, Dan can't release no footage there. He promised me he won't, but he's got footage of me sparring and stuff like that, so he knows I'm on my A game. You know, he knows I'm bringing it. But nice one, mate. He's okay. What's he not going on, gang? Do you know what it is? You have to go on a certain way on videos to get the views, and that's all that is, mate. Like I say, I'm nothing more than is it just a one fight? Yeah, it's just a one fight. Let's get it out in the open, and you know what I mean. Look, there's been that much. Fair enough, Dean. Thanks, Cat. There's been that much back and forth, Dan. This battery might go off because I'm nearly home now, but they've won't be charged. If it goes off, mate, I'll catch you later on. But
no worries,
clear. No, my head's totally clear, mate. My head's clear, mate. But I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, there's going to be no rematch because there's been that much back and forth for this fight. How would you promote a rematch? You couldn't really do a rematch on it because the spite's gone. You know, once I'm in there, I'm leaving it all there on the concrete. How I feel, my emotions against it. You know, I'll have a rematch after it because, to be fair, like I said, Dan Lynch Ward.
Yeah. Someone digging me out, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, smash his liver to bits. Yeah, respect the brother. Yeah, man, nice one, guys. You know what? I just want to say as well. You know, I know there's a lot of trolls out there, and I don't know if they genuinely hate me or they just do it just for the laugh and everything else. But you've still got to thank all them because even if the trolls have still got accounts, they're still giving views, and it means they're still watching. Do you know what I mean? If there was no trolls out there and there was no fans out there, we wouldn't be where we are now, would we? So they don't really faze me like that. But like I said, Dan, so you're going to be coming up. Are you staying up for a few hours after the fight doing a few interviews? Because you're going to have the likes of...
Yeah, definitely. I will interview even the fucking kids if I can, not in a nonsense way. Even the young Joyces I will interview. I'll get as many interviews as I can, mate. You know me.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, because obviously when we're down there, you're going to have the likes of... You've got Robin Reed down there with me. Dale Ealer, he's my head coach. Dale's who's my head coach, and obviously if I did try and stay on, you know, and start going into the bare knuckle scene, if I do into bare knuckle scene, it's going to be Robin and Dale that are my coaches anyway. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Robin's a commentator at the minute for BKB with Joe Egan, but he's going to be my head. Then it's going to be Dale and Robin are going to be my coaches for the obviously for going to the BKB kind of things. But that's all going to be down to how I feel after the fight. Paddy the Baddy likes Berger. I wouldn't fight him. Do you know why I don't actually like Paddy the Baddy, mate? I think he's an awesome fighter, me. But you know what it is? We all like, so, you know, I'd love to see an interview with Timmy if you could. Yeah, who's Timmy?
Willie's dad, I believe.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Oh, Timmy Joyce?
Timmy Joyce, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll be down there. I think I've seen Timmy the other day in Manchester. Things went a bit away with itself, but I think you're back to me reason. He's going to get punished. Do you know what? I agree with that comment, but I think both of us are going to take some punishment in there. We're both going to have rough times in the fight. Not just him, me as well. We're both going to have rough times. You're not going to say that. And like you're saying, you know, that's what we've been working on the game plan, Dan, in terms of, like I said, I've got to make sure my timing's right, my pivots are right, my shots are bang on. You know, I've got to make sure that I get the distance right and the range, because like you're saying, the last thing I want to be doing earlier is taking his bangs full force earlier. So if I am going to take his shots, I've just got to make sure I can take them shots, ride the shots, shoulder all the shots, and try and move off them the best way possible. So I'm taking the back end of the shot. And like you're saying, I've just got to make sure my timing's second to none. My footwork's got to be ace. But like you're saying, I prefer it in a 12, the smallest battleground. I'd say the better, because I know I've got to start early. I think what I'll do is, because if you've got a bigger battleground, you tend to throw your shots and move off a bit more. The smaller battleground, I'll tend to, you know, obviously I've still got to move off, but at least I know that you know what I mean. I prefer the smaller space myself than the bigger space, but Dean, being honest, are you a bit nervous? I'm not nervous at the moment, but, you know, not really, no. You know, you can have a few nerves get on the day of the fight when we're squaring off, but that's it. But you know yourself, if you've been in the ring or you've had a fight, as soon as that one punch goes, you're in the fight, the nerves have gone then. What happens if his paperwork is sound? His paperwork's not sound because he's not got it. Leave the paperwork questions off, Dan.
Yeah, mate. Sorry, I'll just click that as it
Sorry, mate, yeah. We
as
all
it
know we
appears.
can't. Listen, look, I'll say it again. His paperwork's not my issue. The Oxford lot have got someone after the fight to review his paperwork after the fight. You know, they've got someone down there who reviews the paperwork. The agreement is, after the fight, I'll show mine, he shows his. That's after the fight. Leave that conversation for now and let's just get the fight on, guys.
Yeah.
Nervous energy. Yeah, no, nervous energy is natural, but I've got no nerves at the minute. I don't really get nervous because I'm quite laid back and relaxed. I will get nervous, obviously, the day of the fight and stuff like that, but nervous energy, what it is when it comes to nervous energy, you need a good... I'll tell you a story, right, then. So, I'd been in jail and I got out of prison and I was fighting my first K1 fight. It was my first one, the one that was up on the internet that I got beat. And I remember walking out and I had no nerves at all, man. And I remember just as I was stepping in the ring, I put my foot down under the rope to get in the ring and it's like my foot was going to go from underneath me, you know, where I nearly fell over. The nerves hit me that much, you know what I mean? And when I was in there, I managed to compose myself again and so forth. But yeah, nerves isn't a bad thing, it's just what kind of nerves you get. So I believe that, you know what the saying is, Dan, about the, you know, if you don't like getting wet, you shouldn't play out in the rain. It's as simple as that. But yeah, like you say, man, I hope that I can bring something good after the fight as well. Is my views going to change on Decca Heggie? No, it's not going to change because I know exactly what he is. He's not going to be my issue pushing it to one side, but hoping I can set a better trend where I can set a better trend where a lot of, like, you know, non-travellers settle the disputes this way rather than, I mean, not with the back and forth, obviously, but a lot more people to set the disputes this way instead of people stabbing people and shooting each other. You know, that's what we had the 3D Fight Club for, but it's been kind of made to obviously bring in a lot of other fighters, big names, and make it a bigger kind of platform. So maybe I might set up another platform, a smaller platform, just to settle disputes in the right manner, exhibition fights and stuff like that. Who knows? So Dan, a quick one. How are you feeling on a day? How's your nerves going to be on a day?
Well, one, I've got to enter the Joyce Traveller site, so I'll probably be a little bit nervous about that.
No, you'll be all right down there, man.
In all honesty, Dean, obviously we've been through this journey from the beginning with you, from the start to the end. So yes, I will be nervous, but it'd be unusually nervous because obviously I'm quite close to you, so I'd be nerves for you. Obviously, of course, I want you to win, innit? So yeah, I'll be nervous for you, but I'll be also glad that you're there, proving to everyone that's slagged you off over the last few months. So it'll be a good nerve for me, Dean, and I'm not the one that's got to fight him. But I think I'll be taking every punch you do as well with you, bud. Definitely.
You know what though, mate, and that's it. We're here now, and you know, to be fair, like I said, man, but one thing I will say, Dan, if I do go into the bare knuckle scene after this fight, you know, if I do go on that scene, I won't be the way I am now. What I'll do is I'll commit myself after this fight. I'm going to go away with the missus. Possibility my missus might be pregnant as well, so I might have a little Dino on the way, hopefully.
Nice one, mate.
Yeah, cheers, man. And I think last time I spoke to you was when she had the miscarriage, wasn't it? When we had the conversation last after 3D Fight Club. So hopefully I've got another little Dino on the way. And yeah, so what I'll be doing is I'm going to be going on holiday. I'm going to take a few weeks off just with the missus and the kids, and we're going to go away, do a couple of weekends away. We're going away after Sparring today this week as well. And then what I'll be doing is I'm probably going to come back then, get back into work. I'm starting a new site, not too far away, so I'm on there for like 2.5 years, and then that's when I'm going to start. I'm going to commit then and start taking the weight down if it's the decision I decide to take going into the BKB world. But my missus don't really want me to do it, but you know, she says you got nothing to prove out there. You prove everything when you're at home with us. I understand their views, but it's hard when you get that bug down, you get that little itch. Do you know what I mean? And you think, you know what? This is me. This is the world I've grown into. So, but then what I'll do, I'll commit, get the weight down, and then hopefully I'll probably sit around about between 76 and and say just over 80 kilograms. That'll be a fight. I think a good fight weight for me then. But at the minute, I'm like you're saying, I'm 40, just over 14 stone. I'm sitting comfortable at 14 stone in terms of weight wise, and I've had to keep a bit on me. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm ripped up, but I'm not thinking. I've trimmed up quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really. I'm not massive, but like you're saying, it's and that'll be it, mate. And then hopefully the journey does continue, Dan, and you can get as many interviews you want with me if I do go onto the BKB scene. Do you know what I mean? If I do get onto that circuit and stuff like that. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. But like you're saying, it's Decca's got a lot. 1 minute. Oh, I'm not going, mate. 1 minute. What you got to remember is one thing with Decca. One thing with Decca, he packs a lot of power, and he does pack a lot of power. But I don't think he's got knockout power. I think he's got relentless power, if that makes sense. And he's not got that snap, but he's got that knockout power. That power that can just wear you down.
Yeah.
He's got that power that can wear you down, and I'm fully aware of that. I am fully aware of that. Do you know what I mean? And that's why we're working the game plan we're working on. I mean, look, there's going to be no, it's last man standing. It's on the cobbles. So the only person that I should be able to, if need be, is going to be Dale or Robin are going to shout. Which.
Oh. Hello. He's gone. I lost him. StreamYard. Voicemail. Site. Hold on. Records. Oh, so. No. Battery. Oh, yeah, his battery died. His battery must have died. People are still there, yeah? Can you still hear me? I reckon his battery went then, yeah. Well, that's like early morning live. What's everybody up to today? Saturday, isn't it? It's a nice day down south. I'm going to get my son in about an hour and a half and might go off. Yeah, he did. I hope you all have a good day anyway. Decca's trying to fight. Decca's trying. If Dean turns you up to fight, I've been making an apology. Okay. And yes, can hear you. William. Well, it's been good, hasn't it? Like I genuinely, I went on Instagram and he rang me about 6 in the morning. He must have been out running for like 2 hours. But I started recording it on the screen, and I've never done it before. So I said to him, "Oh, let's go over live just in case, because these things, they fuck up when you least want them to, innit? And if you don't test things, you don't know if they work." But all right, PP, how you doing, bud? You're up early. Cool, Paul. How are you, mate? Just back from a run. Look at this, Saturday morning, all the boys out for a run. That's commitment for you, isn't it? Most people are curing a hangover, aren't they? Or they haven't even been to bed yet. And you've got these lads out running early in the morning. Thank you very much, Andy. If you haven't seen it already, go and check out the Willie Joyce one last night. He was a nice fella. And as you can see, Dean has confirmed that Motorsports and all the other people that are saying they're going, definitely not going. And carloads of people definitely not going either. Is Dougie still Dean's fair play man? Yeah, Dougie is still Dean's fair play man. I believe Dougie ain't around till Dougie's been on holiday, I believe, for this week. It's quite interesting, isn't it, to think that it's in that ring though, 12 foot by 12 foot. And he said like about me fighting a boxing choir. I know he ain't joking. I know that day, like after that fight, you're gonna see me appear with like 100 Joyces behind me, aren't you? Like calling out a boxing inquiry because Dean made me. No, like when Ash did it to Dr. Ratpo, on it. That's what they'll be doing to me. There'll be like Big Joe behind me, loads of them. I'll be like staring at the camera when I've seen knuckle and all that. I know how it works. But boxing inquiry, you're next. You're next on my list. This is really early. It's nice getting up, isn't it? It's nice going to bed. You know how many Saturdays I've spent fucked or not been to bed? It's so nice to like sleep on a Friday, isn't it? You respect sleep a bit more when you actually fucking have it at weekends, don't you? My old fucking odd carrier mate who died, he used to go on it from Thursday to Sunday, no sleep still on Monday, and he'd still fucking run rings around me. Oh, I never got out of that work. I'll be fucking creaking around. Huggies is bringing the plague. I saw something about that last night. Yeah, but that's not good, is it? That's not good at all. But I'm not going to go down that road. Like, it's just crazy, isn't it? Like, big up to that Apollo fella and everyone working on the stuff. I don't really get involved with it all, innit? But I see everything that's going on. Big shout out to everyone, Cesspit, Apollo. Brilliant what you fellas are doing, all of yous. People just want to see their kids safe, innit? You know, like I saw something about a 17-year-old girl. See, my daughter's 21. Like, and I just think back to when she was 17. Yeah, they're not even mature. They're still like they're maturer than boys at that age, aren't they? But they're not as mature as you know, they're not as mature as they should be, especially nowadays. It seems I don't know. You see, like fucking 17 is still young. I mean, my boy's 11. He'll be 12 soon, and I see stories about 12-year-old kids that are stabbing other kids and stuff like that. And you know, like your kids go around the park, innit? You've got to let them have a bit of freedom, innit? So obviously now he wants to go out with his mates, which of course we want. Get him off them Xboxes, innit? Because fucking he could spend all day on that thing. Although when I want a lazy day, I don't really mind it. I don't think on the site. Right, anyway, yeah, I'm going to answer a few of the comments now. Dean's gone. There was a fella in there saying about the Joyces shouldn't show fair play to Gorgers, basically, or countrymen. That could be taken as quite offensive, you know, like, and to, like, people want to see the fight, innit? No, nobody's going to complain, are they? It's just people on YouTube, isn't it? If a proper traveller family had a problem with the Joyces, they would ring them. They wouldn't put comments on here. Or they'd do a video, innit? You've got to be very dubious about people in comments because they're names, innit? Like, no one's really got their real name, have they? Not even myself. Could change it by default, though, couldn't I? To Fight and Talk UK, technically, if I wanted to. Then if I ever get in trouble with the old Bill, they'll be like, "What's your name, mate?" I'll be like, "Fight and Talk UK," and they'll be like, "No, fucking stop fucking around." And I'm like, "No, it really is." And then they'll have to take me to the station and see it. I've changed it by default, innit? And the word bacon, innit? The bacon word. I always thought bacon, you know, was what we called the old Bill. Because when we went to football, took my son to Gills, innit? In the Rainham end. And when the old Bill come up, all the fans were singing, "Smell of bacon in the air, in the air, in the air." Like, it was quite funny. So yeah, I didn't realise that word was used. Please give me a lowdown. Boss Dog. Oh yeah, it's all good. Dean's good. Dean's well up for it. He's been running since 6 o'clock this morning. He's been out. It's good to see people up early on a Saturday, out running, or even just up, and having breakfast, whatever you're doing. And it's nice to be up early. The sun's out. Fred Fighting Talk. What does that mean? Fred Fighting Talk. What, you want me to change my name to Fred? I think it's something a bit cooler than that, isn't it? Like, I don't know. What could be cool, innit? Billy Fighting Talk. Bacon Bond. Oh, okay. Bacon Bonds. So people refer to the police as that as well, though, don't they? Seeing is believing. That's what we obviously refer to the police as, that. Just fact notification. You always get one. Fact notification. Fair play to you for just getting in, bud. I've got my son today, so if I didn't have him, probably wouldn't be just getting in, but probably just be going to bed, to be honest, after a crazy night live. So fair play to you. Morning, JB Lanks. How are you, buddy? What are you up to today, mate? Sun's out. Is there no sun in Manchester? Oh, meant to get sun all weekend here. Hopefully the sun will come out for everybody in Manchester and further up. I mean, if you're in Scotland, the sun is a rare thing, isn't it? In fact, a lady I spoke to in Scotland said the other day it was 26 degrees there and it was raining here. So the one day it was sunny in Scotland, it was raining down south. Can everyone hit the likes, please? It was a nice early little chat with Dean. I see he was out running, didn't I? And I thought, can I squeeze? I was going to have a break after last night, and I thought, can I squeeze one more in before I get my son? And then he rang, didn't he? I've got some longer footage, but I don't know if it come out or not. But I think from this interview, everyone will get the gist of this. UFC tonight, YouTube Wars, yes. I'm looking forward to UFC tonight, buddy. You? There's also BKFC tonight, but I don't know if anyone's got the BKFC app. I went to go on my BKFC app and it ain't working. It keeps saying loading error page, and then it says update it. Yeah, so I go into the Play Store, and there's no setting to update it. So I really want to watch Quinton Henry fight this weekend. Chilling, a few bets on the footy. Oh, what games are today, mate? I'm going to let's speak to my man, Boss Dog. He said he'd been invited. No, mate. I don't know where that's come from. I don't know where that come from. Well, he said he was invited, and now everyone thinks he's an informer. So, you know, even if he was invited, I doubt he will be now, isn't it? Like, you know, Snow in the 90s, that song by Snow. Informer. Yeah. So, yeah, no way. I'll be watching Dubois. Yeah. Dubois. Is that tonight? I see the no. I wish I had the music to upload the beginning bit of Snow. You know, he looked like a right dickhead, didn't he? He looked like Rick Mauer. Looks like you're going to get 1 million views. What's Missouri? 1 million views on what, bud? 1 million views on what? Are you taking the piss, Hector, or are you being serious? Morning, Zeus. How are you, buddy? Yeah, hit the likes. Alexander Ferguson's like. Hit the likes. Guy has a card. Oh, okay. In the morning. Yeah. What's he fighting? Trevor. See, Dubois, he's lost against Joyce, isn't it? And they're trying to get him bigger in America now, isn't it? Like, British boxing was built up here. Oh, yeah. Sweet, bud. Yes. Yes, Hector. Be quite good. It'd be good to go, you know. Obviously, I've been invited separate to Dean and that, which is good. By the cheers, Hector. Well, everyone hopefully be watching next week. I don't know if I won't be able to film the fight, I doubt, but I'll certainly be milking it. Hector, I'll be doing Hector. Big shout out to you for last night, mate. Sorry, Mark Potter show last night. I'll be doing exactly what you did last night at the Mark Potter show, bud. Fucking running around getting as much as you can, innit? As much as you can, bud. That was brilliant, Hector, by the way. Really enjoyed that. It's like 1,400 people watching that at one point, bud, when I was watching. Thank God your phone was good. Better than at the Friday Night Fight Club. The signal was a bit better. Whenever I've been to your call, the signal's been a bit iffy, you know. So you got quite a good signal in there, didn't you? I don't know if you was hooked up on their Wi-Fi or yeah, Hector, brilliant show, wasn't it? $1,000. Zeus, your raffle ticket won 1,000. Wow. Well done to Hector and Zeus as well, man. Well done, Zeus. And you, Hector, that was fucking amazing, mate. Loads of people there as well, weren't there? And I think it was a second fight with this little ginger kid, like pale skin, mate. What a fucking tear up them two had. Like, some of them fights were fucking brilliant. They were amazing. Really good, man. I love to see them off. No, there was 1,400 when I watched it, Hector. I think that was about 9, mate. There was 1,400 watching, or just after, maybe just after. Yeah, Ramoed, wasn't it? Yeah, brilliant. And good to see Mark Potter. He looked good when he was doing like the boys' hands and that, wasn't he? He looked quite well considering. Look at that fucking big shout out to Zeus again. 1,000. Your raffle ticket won £1,500 to Little Havens Hospice. Wow, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. See, that's proper charity. Do you want to jump in, Hector? I've got about 15 minutes, bud, and I've got to get ready to go and get my boy, bud, but I'll bring you in now, bud. All right, let's get him in here. More post comment. There you go, Hector. There's a link, bud. The Fuse. How you doing, Lou? Big one Wednesday. You've got Lou coming on as my co-host. That's going to be good. Open fight chat night. Talk about BKB. Anything, mate. There's some big fights coming up, I know, aren't there? The link is out for Hector. Oh, yeah, how you doing, Bob? Let's bring Hector in quick. Let's get some. Hector.
What's happening, Dan? Sorry,
Good morning,
what's
mate.
happening, bro? What's
No,
happening,
that's
mate?
cool,
Bro,
man.
there was
Yo.
did you say there was 1,200 people watching that?
1,400 people when I was watching at one point. 1,400, and that's lagging and all.
Whoa.
Normally, what people can see, you've
Yeah.
got more.
Do you
So
know,
yeah,
I only thought there was
1,400.
200. I only thought there was 200 the whole time, even until you've just said that. Like, I don't know how
No,
to work this streaming thing. I thought there was only 200 people watching. There was that
no, I
many, yeah?
went on it, mate. I went on it, and there was 1,411 people. I think when I went on, I can't remember whether it was. I think it was just before 9 o'clock, that mate.
Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. You know, they did extra well. Do you know they've raised a fortune for Mark and.
Hello.
Are you there, Fine Talk? Sorry, mate.
Yeah,
My
yeah, I
phone
can
went.
hear you, bud. I can hear you, bud. You still hear
Hello?
me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you still hear me, bud?
Oh, shit.
Here we go. Hello, hello.